The galaxy had long since learned that humanity was a force to be reckoned with. A species born from a turbulent world, forged in the fires of war, survival, and ambition, humanity had risen from the depths of their history and now stood on the galactic stage as one of the most respected yet feared civilizations in the universe. And that reputation had been hard-earned. The stars had seen many empires rise and fall, yet none had been like the humans. Despite their relatively short time in the cosmic expanse, they had rapidly established themselves as a dominant force. But it wasn't their technology that struck fear into the hearts of other species. It wasn't their military might, their advanced weaponry, or their spacefaring ships. No, it was their simple yet powerful sense of loyalty, their deep-seated compassion for their own kind and the ones they chose to protect. And that's where the trouble began. It started with the Eurelian Confederation. A peaceful, yet arrogant species, the Eurelians had long believed that they were the rightful rulers of the stars. With their vast, golden fleets and their endless diplomatic missions, they considered themselves the most enlightened race in the galaxy. They had witnessed countless species fall into chaos, but the Eurelians believed themselves above such things. The galaxy was their stage, and they were its grand players. But that all changed when the Eurelians made the mistake of touching what didn't belong to them. It was the Cretu humans' alien friends. The Cretu were an ancient species, a race that had traveled to Earth millennia ago, before humans even knew what a starship was. They had hidden in the shadows of the human world, offering wisdom in secret, guiding humanity's evolution from the Dark Ages to the modern era. The Cretu were few, and most humans never knew they existed, but they were there watching, waiting, protecting. They had never revealed themselves fully, but their bond with humanity was undeniable. The Eurelians knew of the Cretu, of course, they did. And when they encountered them for the first time, they saw the potential for power. The Cretu were not like the rest of the galaxy's species. They were ancient and powerful, their technology and knowledge far beyond even the humans. And so, the Eurelians thought they could manipulate this hidden ally for their own gain. A diplomatic envoy was sent, as was customary with the Eurelian Confederation. They extended an invitation, a proposition to negotiate with the Cretu. But the humans, ever vigilant, intercepted the message. They knew what was coming. The human military command was swift and direct. The fleet was dispatched with a single message for the Eurelians: do not touch our alien friends. The Eurelians, however, were not the type to be intimidated easily. They scoffed at the humans' warning. Who were they to make threats to the great Eurelian Empire? The Eurelians believed that humanity's rise to power was nothing more than a fluke. They didn't understand the significance of the Cretu to the humans, how deeply intertwined their fates were. And so, they proceeded with their plan. The Eurelian ships arrived at the Cretu's hidden enclave in the far reaches of space. They sent their diplomats and scientists to meet the Cretu face to face, eager to understand their secrets and perhaps even claim their advanced technology for themselves. The humans' warning had been ignored, but the Eurelians were unprepared for what came next. The Cretu, though few, were not powerless. They had waited millennia for this moment to reveal themselves in full to the universe. And when the Eurelians touched what they had no right to, the Cretu's power erupted with devastating force. The skies above the Cretu's homeworld shimmered with energy as the Eurelian fleet descended, only to be met with a sudden and overwhelming response. The Cretu, who had never shown their full power before, unleashed their ancient technology, a defense mechanism unlike anything the Eurelians had ever encountered. Their ships, advanced beyond comprehension, blinked in and out of existence, phasing through dimensions. The Eurelian fleet began to disappear, their ships torn apart in the blink of an eye by unknown forces. Entire squadrons were wiped out, as if they were no more than dust in the wind. But the Cretu didn't stop there. As the Eurelian ships began to break apart, a warning shot was fired, a single pulse of energy that reached all the way to the heart of the Eurelian capital. The message was clear. Humanity had given just one warning: do not touch our alien friends. The Eurelians, battered and confused, withdrew. Their grand fleet, once a symbol of their dominance, was now reduced to nothing more than a memory. Their arrogance had led them to underestimate the power of a race they had thought insignificant. They had underestimated the bond between the humans and the Kritu. When the Eurelian leaders returned home, they were met with a chilling silence. The galaxy had witnessed their defeat, and though they would never admit it, they now knew the truth. The humans were not to be trifled with. Their strength was not just in their technology, but in the ties they forged with those they cared about. It was a strength that no empire, no matter how mighty, could hope to break. From that day forward, the Eurelians made a new rule for themselves: never cross paths with humanity or their allies. The lesson had been learned the hard way, and they were not about to forget it. As for humanity, the message they sent to the galaxy was simple. The Kritu were their friends, their protectors, and anyone who dared to harm them would face the full wrath of the human spirit. The stars may be vast, but the humans had carved out a place for themselves within them, one where their loyalty to their own was unwavering, and no one would ever forget it. The galaxy would never make that mistake again.